SPOM सेट डी पेपर 2 साइकोलॉजी एंड फिलोसफी, इसको बहुत अच्छे से करेंगे। बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग पेपर है पूरे इंटायर SPOM में। इसको थोड़ा सा टाइम देंगे और इसलिए तुम भी थोड़ा सा टाइम दो इस पे, इसको अच्छे से समझेंगे, बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है। सो which of the following is a key psychological factor influencing financial decision making? Market trends, cognitive biases, government regulations, economic inflation. Which of the following is key psychological factors influencing financial decision making? ये सारे इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं मार्केट ट्रेंड्स, कॉग्निटिव बायसेस, गवर्नमेंट रेगुलेशन, इकोनॉमिक इन्फ्लेशन। हमें पूछ रहा है कोई कौन सा साइकोलॉजिकल फैक्टर्स है। सो साइकोलॉजिकल फैक्टर्स कॉग्निटिव बायसेस, सो द आंसर शुड बी बी। ये वो होते हैं कि जो हम लोग ऑफन मिसलीड कर लेते हैं हम, जैसे कोई स्टॉक्स गिर रहा है, हम फिर भी उसमें पैसे डाल रहे हैं, तो ऐसा होता है कॉग्निटिव बायसेस। In the context of chartered accountancy, which psychological concept helps in understanding the influence of social interactions on financial decision? Social interaction जो influence करते हैं, social interaction on financial decision. Classical conditioning नहीं, ये होते कि जो रिपीटेशन मतलब सीखते हैं ना रिपीटेशन से, ये सोशल इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं है। सोशल साइकोलॉजी, साइको एनालिसिस, न्यूरोसाइकोलॉजी, ये तो ब्रेन फंक्शनिंग होता है। तो हमें पूछ रहे हैं कि कौन सा इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं सोशल इंटरेक्शन के लिए, जैसे हम दूसरों को देखते हैं ना, तो वो चीज हम करते हैं। तो आंसर शुड बी सोशल साइकोलॉजी बी। What role does behavioral economics play in financial decision making? It eliminates all financial risks. It studies how psychological biases impact economic choices. It focuses only on macroeconomics policy. It ensures that the individual always make a rational choices. So हम थोड़ा सा जब MCQ सोल्व करेंगे तो एलिमिनेशन मेथड भी यूज करेंगे अपना। So बोल रहा है कि इट एलिमिनेट्स ऑल फाइनेंशियल रिस्क। ऑल फाइनेंशियल रिस्क तो होगा ही नहीं। फिर आते हैं इट फोकस ओनली ऑन मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स पॉलिसी, ये नहीं हो सकता। बोल रहा है कि इंडिविजुअल ऑलवेज मेक रेशनल चॉइसेस, मतलब ये तो परफेक्ट हो ही नहीं सकता कि इंडिविजुअल मतलब परफेक्टली रैशनल हो। सो इट शुड बी बी। इट स्टडीज हाउ साइकोलॉजिकल बायसेस इम्पैक्ट इकोनॉमिक चॉइसेस। द आंसर शुड बी बी। A chartered accountant analyzing client behavior to predict investment choice is applying principle of developmental psychology, industrial organizational psychology, cognitive psychology, health psychology। तो पूछ रहा है कि हम कैसे एनालाइज कर सकते हैं क्लाइंट बिहेवियर को, प्रेडिक्ट करेंगे कि वो उसका मतलब क्या हो चॉइस हो सकता है इन्वेस्टमेंट के रिगार्डिंग। सो डेवलपमेंटल साइकोलॉजी, ये तो चलो इन वर्थ होते हैं, चाइल्डहुड से ग्रोथ होते हैं बचपन से। इंडस्ट्रियल ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल साइकोलॉजी, ये तो वर्क प्लेस बिहेवियर हो गया। कॉग्निटिव साइकोलॉजी, ये हो गया कि कैसे लोग सोचते हैं, कैसे डिसाइड करते हैं। हेल्थ साइकोलॉजी, ये तो मेडिकल फील्ड वाला होगा। तो सो द आंसर शुड बी सी। Which of the following is not a cognitive biases that affect financial decision? कौन सी इसमें से कॉग्निटिव बाइसेस नहीं है? लॉस अवर्जन इस ये है, ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस बायस ये भी है, कॉम्पाउंड इंटरेस्ट इफेक्ट ये नहीं है, एंकरिंग बाइसेस ये भी ये है कॉग्निटिव बाइसेस। तो इसमें से पूछे कौन सा कॉग्निटिव बाइसेस नहीं है? नोट। सो द आंसर शुड बी सी। इसके मतलब भी जान लो कि ये होते क्या है। लॉस अवर्जन होते कि जैसे लॉस का डर, जैसे मतलब जैसे हम कोई स्टॉक्स खरीदते हैं, ठीक है, और वो स्टॉक्स गिर रहा है, हम लॉस में है, फिर भी हम उसको बेचते नहीं है, दैट्स ए फियर ऑफ लॉस। ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस बायस, जैसे मतलब होते कि जो हम जानते हैं, जो हम सोचते हैं, ठीक है, लाइक पीपल थिंक दे नो मोर देन व्हाट दे डू। हम जितना मतलब होते ना कि सोचते मतलब जानते कम है, उससे ज्यादा सोचते हैं, ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस। एंकरिंग बाइसेस होते कि हमारे पास कोई सी इंफॉर्मेशन आए, फर्स्ट इंफॉर्मेशन जो हमें हैवीली इन्फ्लुएंस करे, वो होते हैं एंकरिंग बाइसेस। तो इसमें से कौन सा कॉग्निटिव बायस नहीं है? सो द आंसर शुड बी सी। How does psychology contribute to ethical decision making in chartered accountancy by reducing professional skepticism? ये तो होते हैं ऑडिट के टर्म में, प्रोफेशनल skepticism, questioning mind, by highlighting cognitive biases that may lead to unethical choices. ये चलो ठीक है, ये लग रहा है. बाय प्रोमोटिंग फाइनेंशियल रिस्क टेकिंग तो एथिक्स नहीं है. बाय एलिमिनेटिंग द नीड्स फॉर एथिकल ट्रेनिंग, ट्रेनिंग इम्पोर्टेंट है लेकिन ये सबसे सटीक भी है. बाय हाईलाइटिंग cognitive biases that may lead to unethical choices. So the answer should be B. Which psychological principle explains why individual might continue to invest in a failing project due to prior investment? बोल रहा है कि मतलब ऐसा कौन सा, मतलब क्यों लोग जो है मतलब पैसे स्पेंड करते हैं इवन वो उतना मतलब सही होता नहीं है फिर भी. कंटिन्यू टू इन्वेस्ट इन अ फेलिंग प्रोजेक्ट. prospect theory, sunk cost fallacy, अवेलेबिलिटी ह्यूरिस्टिक्स, मेंटल अकाउंटिंग. ये टर्म समझ लेते हैं, हो सकता है एग्जाम में आए, एक टर्म पे हो सकता है क्वेश्चंस वगैरह आए. तो प्रोस्पेक्ट थ्योरी होता है कि जैसे हम मतलब जैसे किसी भी गेन वगैरह या इनकम वगैरह होते हैं तो हम उसको कैसे परसीव करते हैं उस तरीके से. संक कॉस्ट फैलेसी होते हैं कि फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे मान के चलो हम टिकट खरीदे मूवी देखने के लिए गए और मूवी भी इतनी बेकार थी लेकिन फिर भी हम देख रहे हैं. क्योंकि हमारे पैसे लगे हुए. तो वो होते संक कॉस्ट फैलेसी. अवेलेबिलिटी ह्यूरिस्टिक्स एक तरह से होता है कि जो हमें रिसेंट इंफॉर्मेशन मिलते हैं ना उस बेस पे डिसीजन लेना. तो ये पास्ट में नहीं होता. हम बोल रहे हैं कि प्रायर इन्वेस्टमेंट. और मेंटल अकाउंटिंग होता है कि जैसे मतलब एक तरह के ये स्टिकिंग फेलियर पे नहीं होते हैं. नॉट अबाउट स्टिकिंग टू फेलियर लाइक. तो बेस्ट है वो है संक कॉस्ट फैलेसी. बोल रहे कि व्हाई इंडिविजुअल माइट कंटिन्यू टू इन्वेस्ट इन अ फेलिंग प्रोजेक्ट ड्यू टू प्रायर इन्वेस्टमेंट. तो संक कॉस्ट फैलेसी इज लाइक पास्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट मेक अस इमोशनली अटैच्ड इवन व्हेन लॉजिक से स्टॉप. फॉर एग्जांपल a movie ticket. What is a major limitation of using observational research in financial psychology? It provides inaccurate results. It is costly and time consuming. It may not reveal true psychological motivation behind behaviors. It requires highly complex mathematical modeling. So बोल रहे कि major limitations कौन से हैं? तो it may not reveal true psychological motivation behind behavior. So the answer should be C. इसका मतलब होता है कि मतलब थोड़ा बहुत मैं समझा भी देता हूँ कि हम जब ऑब्जर्व करते हैं ना तो ऑब्जर्विंग एक्शंस लाइक डजंट टेल अस व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इनसाइड समवन्स माइंड. वो क्या सोच रहा है नहीं सोच रहा है वो हमें नहीं पता. A chartered accountant using psychological insights to help client make rational investment decision is applying principle from. A chartered accountant using psychological insights to help client make rational investment. Behavior finance, educational psychology, clinical psychology, psychoanalysis. So the answer would be A. How can understanding group dynamics benefits account in financial decision making? How can understanding group dynamics benefit accountant in financial decision making? By helping them predict stock market crashes. No, by improving team collaboration and reducing conformity pressure. Yes, by ensuring all financial reports are error free. No, by eliminating biases in individual decision making. No, so the answer would be B. Which personality theory emphasizes that human behavior is driven by unconscious motives and conflicts? Trait theory, No. Psychoanalytic theory, yes. Social cognitive theory, no. Behavioral theory, no. So the answer should be B. According to Hexago model, which trait is responsible? Hexago model, which trait is responsible for an individual's sincerity, fairness, and lack of greed? It's like lack of greed, fairness, sincerity. It's called honesty. Okay. Extraversion, no. Consciousness, no. Honesty, humility, yes. The answer should be C. A chartered accountant who is highly meticulous, organized, and disciplined likely scores high in which personality trait? Organized and disciplined. Emotionality, no. Consciousness, yes. Narcissism, no. Psychopathy, no. So the answer should be B. पूछ रहे कौन सा पर्सनैलिटी ट्रेट? According to dark triad theory, which of the following is not a trait included in the model? मैकेवेलिज्म, नो. ये होते हैं मैनिपुलेटिव नेचर का, ठीक है. साइकोपैथ, ये इसमें कोई मतलब लैक ऑफ इमोशन होते हैं, लैक ऑफ एम्पैथी. एग्रीवलनेस, यस. नार्सिज्म, ये तो होते सेल्फ ऑब्सेशन वाले नार्सिज्म. सो द आंसर शुड बी सी. In decision making under uncertainty, which cognitive biases can lead an accountant to overestimate their ability to predict future financial outcome? Overconfidence bias, yes. एंकरिंग बायस बता चुका हूँ, लॉस अवर्जन बता चुका हूँ, और बाकी ये संक कॉस्ट फैलेसी ये भी बता चुका हूँ. सो द आंसर शुड बी ए. क्या पूछ रहा है? इन डिसीजन मेकिंग अंडर अनसर्टेनिटी, which cognitive biases can lead an accountant to overestimate their abilities? So it is A, overconfidence. A chartered accountant who excel in financial problem solving and quickly adapt to regulatory change likely as high. ठीक है, कौन सा ट्रेट है? प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग. openness to experience, yes. It is called creative, open to new idea, quickly adapts to regulatory changes. Emotionality, Machiavellism, psychopathy, no. So the answer is A. Which of the following personality theories suggest that individual learns behavior by observing others? दूसरों को देख के, ठीक है. Humanistic theory, no. Social cognitive theory, yes. Psychoanalytic theory, no. Evolutionary theory, no. So the answer should be B. Which personality trait is most crucial for fostering teamwork and maintaining positive relationship in accounting firm? It's called agreeableness. So the answer should be B. In Hexago model, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये एक बार रीड कर लेना. अ पर्सन हु रिमेन्स काम अंडर स्ट्रेस एंड डज नॉट गेट इजीली ओवरवेल्म्ड हैज हाई कॉन्शियसनेस, लो इमोशनैलिटी, हाई ऑनेस्टी, ह्यूमिलिटी, लो ओपननेस टू एक्सपीरियंस. बोल रहा है कि कौन ऐसा हमेशा रिमेन काम अंडर स्ट्रेस. सो इट्स इज कॉल्ड लो इमोशनैलिटी. सो द आंसर शुड बी बी. What is the key benefit of practicing mindfulness? माइंडफुलनेस होते कि ये हेल्प करते हैं हमारे फोकस रखने के लिए, ठीक है. और मतलब खुद को काम रखने के लिए. सो रिड्यूसिंग फाइनेंशियल रिस्क, नो. enhancing short term decision making, no. Improving focus, yes. Improving focus and reducing impulsive financial decision. So eliminating regulatory compliance, no. So the answer will be C. Which component of emotional intelligence refers to the ability to recognize and understand one's own omission? इमोशंस, मतलब ऐसे कौन से इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस का कंपोनेंट है जो हम खुद के इमोशंस को समझ सकते हैं. सोशल स्किल्स नो, सेल्फ अवेयरनेस यस, motivation empathy no, so the answer should be B. In the ability model of emotional intelligence, which of the following is not a key skill, कौन सा स्किल नहीं है. ओके, perceiving emotions, managing emotions, ignoring emotions, understanding emotion, बोल रहे कौन सा की स्किल्स नहीं है. बाकी सारे तो है, परसीव करना, मैनेज करना, अंडरस्टैंड करना, बट इग्नोर करना इज नॉट. How does emotional intelligence contribute to ethical decision making in chartered accountancy? By improving mathematical skills, ये ethics नहीं है. By guiding accountant to consider the emotional impact. By reducing the need for professional skepticism, audit cut-term, by increasing financial risk taking. No. So the answer should be B. क्वेश्चन को अच्छे से रीड करना. सारे इमोशंस है, इमोशन बेस्ड है, जनरल है, आराम से पढ़ोगे हो जाएगा. द ट्रेट मॉडल ऑफ इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस सजेस्ट दैट EI इज इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, अ सेट ऑफ स्किल दैट कैन बी लर्न क्विकली. नो, इतनी जल्दी से नहीं आ जाता, ये इवॉल्व होते ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. लिंक टू स्टेबल पर्सनैलिटी ट्रेट, not useful in professional setting. No, it is very very useful, only relevant in personal relationship. No, so the answer should be B, linked to stable personality traits. A chartered accountant who remains calm under high pressure situation and does not let emotion affect decision making is demonstrating high empathy, self regulation, extraversion, psychopathy. So the answer should be self regulation. अच्छे से पढ़ोगे तो बड़े इजी क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, आराम से हो जाएंगे. Which of the following 9 emotion is most relevant? Nervous, for fostering a strong client relationship. भयानक, भयानक is भय, that is डर. श्रृंगार, रौद्र, विभत्स. So the answer should be all the three, like A, C, D is negative traits. Okay, fear, anger, disgust. So what is most relevant? Client के साथ strong relationship अगर build करना हो तो it should be love and attraction, that is श्रृंगार. So the answer should be B. In a professional communication, non-verbal cues, okay, such as eye contact, postures and tone of voice, इसका क्या इम्पैक्ट होता है? हैव नो इम्पैक्ट ऑन, नहीं इम्पैक्ट होता है. कैन यू इन्फ्लुएंस हाउ वर्बल मैसेज एज परसीव्ड? हाँ. आर इररिलेवेंट, नहीं बहुत रेलेवेंट होता है. शुड बी अवॉइडेड, नो नॉट बी अवॉइड. सो आंसर शुड बी बी. इस पेपर में एलिमिनेशन मेथड बहुत ही वर्क करता है, आराम से एलिमिनेशन मेथड वर्क करना और जनरल मतलब कॉमन सेंस लगाना आराम से हो जाएगा. What is the primary benefits of mindfulness? Increasing financial gain, no. Enhanced focus, reduce stress in decision making. So the answer should be B. Which of the following is an example of stress management? कौन सा एग्जाम्पल है स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट का? Ignoring deadline to reduce stress, नहीं. Engaging in mindfulness techniques to stay focused under pressure. Working continuously without break, अवॉइडिंग टीम वर्क टू मिनिमाइज कन्फ्लिक्ट. बोल रहे कौन सा एग्जांपल है, कैसे हम स्ट्रेस को मैनेज करते हैं? तो माइंडफुलनेस एक बेस्ट मेथड टेक्निक्स है जिसके कारण हम खुद को स्ट्रेस को दूर करते हैं और काम मतलब खुद को काम और फोकस्ड महसूस करते हैं. सो द आंसर शुड बी. व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट अबाउट वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस इज ट्रू? ऐसा तो कुछ होता नहीं रियल लाइफ में, बट वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस, what is true? It is only relevant for non-financial professionals. No, it helps in maintaining long-term career satisfaction and mental well-being. So the answer would be B. It is not necessary now. It can be achieved by working overtime. No. According to social identity theory, which of the following is not a key stage in the formation of social identity? social categorizations, no, social influence, social identity, social comparison. So what is not a key stage? Social categorization it is, social identity yes it is, social comparison it is. So the answer is B, social influence. Group think is most likely to occur in a team human. Group think. uh, Members actively encourage diverse perspective. There is a high pressure for consensus. Leadership fosters open criticism and debate. The team consists of individuals from different background. क्या बोलता हूँ, groupthink is most likely to occur in a team when there is a high pressure for consensus. So the answer would be B. ये क्या आता है जब जब सारे एग्री करते हैं ना, व्हेन एवरीवन इज फोर्स टू एग्री, ठीक है, हाई प्रेशर फॉर कंसेंट के लिए, तो मतलब ज्यादा चांस होते हैं कि बैड डिसीजन हो, जब ऐसे इस तरीके से मतलब हाई प्रेशर करके और एग्री करा जाता है तो. इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ लीडरशिप थ्योरी, अ लीडर हु इंस्पायर्स एम्प्लॉय विथ अ विजन, इंस्पायर, ठीक है, एंड मोटिवेट्स them to go beyond their self-interest. Follow which styles? Transactional leadership, no. Servant leadership, no. Transformational, yes. So the answer will be C. Which of the following is a psychological factor that can improve an accountant's ability to adopt regulatory change? कौन सा साइकोलॉजिकल फैक्टर है जो हमें इम्प्रूव करता है टू अडेप्ट रेगुलेटरी चेंजेस? Cognitive dissonance, no. Psychological capital. Anchoring bias, no. Availability heuristics, no. So the answer will be B. Social loafing occurs when individual in a group exert less effort than they would then when working alone. A group conform to a single dominant opinion. Employee engage in excessive social interaction at work. Group members become overly competitive with each other. Social loafing is when one members think other will do make the efforts. So social loafing occurs when individual in a group exert less efforts than they would when working alone. A CA resisting a new financial regulation due to emotional attachment to traditional method. It's exhibiting which stage of the Kubler-Ross change curve? Denial, bargaining, acceptance, depression. It's denial. For example, when a CA refused to adopt a new tax software, saying I don't need it, my old system works fine, that is denial. That is the attachment of emotional attachment to the traditional method. The devil's advocate. The devil's advocate approach in a group decision making. Help prevent social facilitations, group think, social loafing, transformational leadership. It's a group think. Group thinking is when a group agrees without a critical thinking. So that the devil's advocate approach in group decision making helps prevent groupthink. According to Levin's change management model, which stage involves reinforcing new behavior? Reinforcing new behavior to ensure the change is sustained. Unfreezing, changing, rephrasing, adapting. That's rephrasing. When leadership style is characterized by a leader adapting their behaviors based on the competence and commitment level of their team members. Situational leadership, transformational leadership, authentic leadership, transactional leadership. It's situational leadership. Psycho-capital consists of which four components? It consists of hope, self-efficacy, optimism, resilience. Resilience, yes. Confidence, no. Competitiveness, motivation. So hope, resilience, optimism, self-efficacy. So the answer is B. Which branch of philosophy deals with the nature, scope, and limits of human knowledge? Philosophy. Metaphysics. Metaphysics is a study of reality and existence. Axiology, it's a study value and ethics. Epistemology, it's a studies knowledge. In Indian epistemology, which of the following is not a valid source of knowledge? Perception, inference, speculation, verbal testimony. It's C, speculation. Uh, Speculation is imagining things. So imagining things is not considered a valid source of knowledge. According to Naya system of logic, which of the following is not a component of a valid inference? Anuman. Proposition, reason, comparison, conclusion. It's comparison. So the answer is C. The theory of truths. That a statement is true if it corresponds with reality. It's known as the pragmatic theory, the coherence theory, the correspondence theory, the empirical theory. The answer is C. Which of the following correctly describe anuplabdhi in Indian philosophy? Knowledge derived from comparison, no knowledge obtained from non-existence or absence. Knowledge derived from direct perception, no knowledge based on authoritative source, no. So the answer is the ethical principle of niskam karma from Bhagavad Gita refers to acting without attachment to the result, accumulating wealth for future needs, always prioritizing personal interests, seeking pleasures above all else. So, niskam karma is काम करो फल की चिंता मत करो. So, acting without attachment to the result. Which of the following correctly describe the role of axiology? The study of beauty and aesthetics. No. The study of values, including ethics and aesthetics. The studies of logical reasoning. The study of material world and existence. So, axiology is a study of value, including ethics and aesthetics. Which of the Indian philosophy system is primarily materialistic and rejects the existence of an afterlife or soul? Vedant, Nyaya, Charvaka, Samakya. Which of the four Indian philosophical system is primarily materialistic and rejects the existence of an afterlife? It's Charvaka. In financial decision making, the principle of pratyaksh perception is best applied when pratyaksh is from direct observation. Decisions are based on the direct observation of financial data. Decisions are made purely on assumption. Financial projections are made without verification. One follows other advice without personal analysis. The answer is A. Decisions are based on the direct observation of financial data. The concept of dharma. In Indian philosophy signifies the pursuit of health, wealth, the duty and righteousness one must follow, the practice of reunification, the accumulation of power. The concept of dharma in Indian philosophy is the duty and righteousness one must follow. So the answer should be B. Which of the following is primary goal of critical thinking in financial decision making? To follow traditional approach without questioning, no, to apply emotions in evaluating arguments, no, to analyze and evaluate information logically and objectively, to prioritize intuitions over logical reasoning. No, so the answer should be C. A fallacy in which a person misrepresents an opponent's argument to make it easier to attack is known as red herring. No, it's distracting from the main issue. Straw man, yes, is misrepresenting an argument to make it easier to attack. So the answer is B. In deductive reasoning, a conclusion. A conclusion is based on probability and assumption. No, it necessarily follows from premise if they are true. Is always uncertain and subject to change. No, cannot be tested for logical validity. No, in deductive reasoning, a conclusion is necessarily follows from the premise, that is assumption, if they are true. So the answer is B. Which of the following statement is an example of inductive reasoning? All accountant follow ethical standards. Therefore, John, an accountant, follows ethical standards. The past five audit revealed financial misstatement. Therefore, future audit might also reveal misstatement. If a company complies with all accounting standards, then its financial report will be accurate. Since all manager must approve financial report, the CFO must also approve them. So, inductive reasoning. All accountant follow ethical standard. Therefore, John, an accountant, follow ethical standards. No, the past five audit revealed financial statement. The past five audit revealed financial misstatements. Therefore, future audit might also reveal misstatement. So this is example of inductive reasoning. The fallacy where one assumes that because two events occurs together, one must have caused the other is called. One assumes that because two events occur together, one must have caused the other is also called. False cause, post hoc, ad hominem, slippery slope, false analogy. So answer is false cause. It's wrongly assuming caution from correlations. Ad hominem is attacking the person, so it's not argument. Slippery slope is assuming one step will lead to an extreme odd source, and false analogy is making a bad comparison between unrelated things. So the answer should be in an argument. The premise, the assumption, provide support for the conclusion, question for the validity of the conclusion, no, make the arguments more emotional, no, distract from logical reasoning. So in an argument, the premise, that is assumption, serve to provide support for conclusion. So the answer should be which of the following is an example of circular reasoning? The financial report is reliable because the accountant the financial report is reliable because the accountant team says so, and accounting team is reliable because they are prepare accurate report. If an auditor finds errors in company's financial statement, then the company must have internal control weakness. Some accountants are unethical. Therefore, accountant as a profession has ethical concern. A company reports a profit because it has increased revenue and decreased cost. So, example of circular reaching. Financial report is reliable because because the accounting team says so, and the accounting team is reliable, and the accounting team is reliable because they prepare accurate report. For example, I am trustworthy because I always tell the truth, and you should believe me because I am trustworthy. That's it. Financial report is reliable because the accountant team says so, and the accounting team is reliable because they prepare accurate reports. So the answer should be circular. It's called circular reasoning. What is the key characteristics of sound deduct, deductive arguments? It follows a general to a specific approach and guarantees the truth of the conclusion if premises are true. Yes, it relies on emotional appeals. No, it follows general to a specific approach and guarantee the truth of the conclusion if premises are true. It relies on emotional appeals to persuade an audience. No, it uses past experience to predict future events. No, it focuses only on statistical probabilities. No, the answer should be A. The fallacy where an argument is based on assumption that lacks sufficient evidence. Assumption that lacks sufficient evidence. Hasty generalizations, equivocation, false dilemma, appeal to ignorance. The fallacy over an argument is based on an assumption that lacks sufficient evidence. It's called hasty generalization. Critical thinking helps in financial decision making. Critical thinking helps in financial decision making by accepting information without questioning its validity, applying a structured reasoning to evaluate financial arguments, ignoring counter arguments to reach quicker conclusion, relying on gut feelings. No, so the answer is B. Which of the following best describe the concept of virtue ethics in professional decision making? Ethical decision should be based on strict rules and regulation. No, the morality of an action depends on its consequences alone. No, the ethics is about cultivating a good character trait like honesty and integrity. Personal benefits should be prioritized. No, so the answer is C. In financial decision making, the anchoring bias refers to ignoring new information and sticking to the past information data. No, relying too heavily on the first piece of information encountered. Yes, overestimating personal knowledge and skills in finance. No, it's overconfidence, being overly cautious and avoiding risk taking. No, so the answer is B. Anchoring bias is relying too heavily on the first piece of information, and then on the basis of we take a decision. Which of the following leadership style focus on employee motivation and ethical values? Rather than just task completion. Transactional leadership, no. Transformational leadership, yes. So the answer is B. According to cognitive dissonance theory, what happens when a CA faces conflicting ethical and financial interest? They always prioritize financial interests. No, they experience psychological discomfort and attempt to reduce the inconsistency. They make decision based on intuition rather than ethics. No, they ignore ethical consideration. No. So the answer is B. The concept of Purusarth in Indian ethics refers to the fundamental duties of financial professional know the four aim of human life: dharma, arth, kam, and moksha. Purusarth it's balancing dharma, arth, kam, moksha. So the role of emotion in ethical decision making, a specific type of financial reporting. So Purusarth is which ethical principle is associated with Kant's deontology theory in professional ethics? Maximizing overall happiness, acting according to duty, regardless of the consequences, making decision based on personal interest, ignoring ethical consideration. No. So the answer should be B. In financial auditing, the sunk cost fallacy occurs when in financial auditing, the sunk cost fallacy occurs when accountants make decision based on future potential earnings, no previous investment, unduly influence current decision making. Financial analysis ignores past transaction. No ethical concerns are ignored in financial reporting. So the answer is B. According to the Bhagavad Gita, the principle of Niskam Karma suggests that ethical action should be performed without attachment to the result. Ethical decisions should be based purely on emotions. No financial success justify any professional action. No, every action must be strictly rule based without considering intent. No, so niskam karma is ethical actions should be performed without attachment to the result. Which psychological bias lead to overestimating one's own ability to predict financial trend? Confirmation bias, no overconfidence. Hindsight bias, availability heuristics, no. So the answer is B. A CA who practices professional skepticism in an audit is most likely to assume that all financial statements are accurate, no question inconsistency, and seek sufficient audit evidence. Yes, trust management reports without verification, no ignore potential fraud, no. Professional skepticism is questioning mind, question inconsistency, and seek sufficient audit evidence. Which of the following best describe the role of emotional intelligence? Enhancing tax planning skills, improving financial reporting accuracy, strengthening ethical decision making, and client interaction, reducing the need of regulatory compliance. No, so the answer is as per Levin's change management model. What is the first step? What is the first step in implementing organizational change? Rephrasing, unphrasing, transitioning, reforming. So it's B, unphrasing. Unphrasing is preparing people for change. In social cognitive theory, what play a central role in shaping behavior? Observational learning and self-efficacy. Yes, rigid adherence. No financial incentive only. No independent decision making without external influence. No, and self-efficacy. So the answer is A. The fundamental objective of the integrity principle of in professional ethics for CA, ensuring tax compliance, avoiding errors in calculation, upholding honesty and truthfulness in professional work, reducing documentation. So the answer is C. Which one falls under the scope of pratyaksh? Pratyaksh is direct perceptions. In Indian epistemology, knowledge gained through direct perceptions, knowledge inferred through logical reasoning, no, from a scriptural source, no, through comparison. No. So the answer is B. According to band cognitive theory, what is the key determinant of individual's ability to perform a task successfully? Level of education, no. Social environment, no. Self efficacy. What is the primary focus on Hexco personality model? Financial decision making, no. Six-dimensional trait analysis, Hexago, including honesty, humility. So the answer is B. Which leadership theory align with fostering ethical practice? Autocratic leadership theory, no. Transformational leadership theory, transactional leadership theory, laissez faire leadership. So it's B, transformational. Which ethical approaches align best with Niskam Karma in Bhagavad Gita? Consequentialism, deontology, virtue ethics, ethical relativism. So Niskam Karma. It's virtue ethics focuses on good characters and moral actions. So the answer should be C. As per professional ethics, what should a CA when encountering a conflict of interest? Encountering conflict of interest in an auditing engagement, ignore if does not affect financial reporting. No, inform the client and proceed with engagement. No, disclose it and follow professional guidelines to resolve. Withdraw from engagement. No. As per professional ethics, what should a chartered accountant when encountering a conflict of interest in an audit engagement? What should disclose it and follow professional guideline to resolve it? So the answer is C. Which of the following best defines the role of psychology in chartered accountancy? Predicting stock market movements. No, psychology explains behavior, not market trends. Understanding client behavior and financial decision making. Yes. Conducting tax audit. No. Developing investment strategy. No. So the answer is B. Which psychology biases leads individual to rely too heavily on the first piece of information they receive when making financial decision? Confirmation bias, no. Anchoring bias, yes. Loss aversion, no. Overconfidence bias, no. So the answer is B. Which field of psychology is most relevant in analyzing group decision making within financial team? Cognitive psychology, no. Social psychology. So the answer is B. Which method of data collection is best suited for studying how individuals react to financial stress in real world settings? How individuals react to financial stress? Survey, no. Experiments, no. Observations, yes. So the answer is C. What is main focus of behavioral economics in the context of financial decision making? Studying mathematical models of investment strategy, no. Analyzing how psychological biases impact financial choices. Understanding the legal framework for financial regulations, no. Measuring inflation trends over time, no. So the answer is B. Which of the following is not considered a cognitive process in psychology? Which is not a cognitive process? Memory, problem solving, emotional reactions, perceptions. So which is not considered a cognitive process? It's C, emotional reactions. Emotion is separate from a cognitive process, cognitive thinking. How can a CA use psychology to enhance ethical decision making? to enhance ethical decision making. By focusing on numerical data and ignoring human emotions, no. By understanding cognitive biases that influence moral judgment, yes. By following professional guidelines without considering human behaviors, no. By prioritizing financial gain over ethical consideration, no. So the answer is B. Which of the following is key component of the scientific approach in psychology? Intuitive decision making, no. Unstructured opinion, no. Hypothesis formulation and data analysis, yes. Personal biases, no. So the answer is C. What does social psychology primarily study in the context of financial decision making? How individual process information and make independent choices, no, to impact the social interactions and group influence on financial behaviors. Yes, neurological basis of investment decisions, no, the effect of genetics, no. So the answer is B. Why? Why is emotional intelligence crucial for CA? It helps them memorize accounting standards effectively, no. It allows them to predict financial market trends, no. It enhances their ability to manage client relationships and financial stress. It eliminates the needs for ethical consideration in auditing, no. So the answer is C. Which of the following is not? Of the following is not a dimension of the Hexco personality models? Honesty, humility, it is. Emotionality, it is. Assertiveness, no, it is not. Openness to experiences, it is. So the answer is C. This is not a dimension of Hexco personality model. According to the trait theory, which of the following personality trait is the most relevant for CA's ability to maintain accuracy and compliance with regulations? Neuroticism, consciousness, extraversion, openness. So the answer is B. It means a high attention to details and responsibility. In the dark trait theory, which trait is characterized by manipulative behaviors, strategic deceptions, and self-interest? Narcissism, no. Psychopathy, no. Machiavellism, yes. Agreeableness, no. So the answer is C. It is manipulative natures. It is also called cunning, deceptive, and manipulative. Which of the following is an example of personality influencing ethical decision making in accounting? A highly conscious accountant double checks financial statement to prevent errors. Yes. An extroverted accountant prefers working alone on reports. No. A risk averse accountant to avoid a stock market. No. A neurotic accountant frequently changes job. No. So the answer is A. Thus, psychoanalytic theory proposed by Sigmund Freud suggests that decision making is influenced by three components of the psychology. Which of the following represent the moral and ethical part of personality? ID, ego, superego. So answer is superego. A CA practicing mindfulness and decision making is likely to make impulsive financial decision based on emotions. No. Avoid uncertainty by always seeking external validation. No. Remains focused, reduce cognitive biases, and make rational choices. So the answer is C. According to social cognitive theory, how do accountants develop professional competency? Social cognitive theory. Through genetic, no. By learning from observing colleagues and industry leaders. By following strict financial regulations without external influences, no. Through innate cognitive ability rather than learning experience, no. So the answer is B. Which personality trait from the Hexco model is most relevant for maintaining A strong client relationship. Openness, no. Extraversion, no. Honesty, humility. So the answer is C. How can dark trade threats negatively impact teamwork in an accounting firm? Encouraging collaborations and transparent communication, no manipulating team members for personal gain. Encouraging motivation and ethical awareness, no. Enhancing financial analysis skills, no. So the answer is B. Which of the following best describe decision making under uncertainty? Making financial decision with complete and reliable data, no. Taking calculated risk with incomplete information and unknown outcomes. So, what best describe decision making under uncertainty? Taking calculated risk within incomplete information and unknown outcomes. Avoiding all financial risk to ensure stability, no. Relying solely on past experience, no. So, the answer is B. Which of the following is not a core component of emotional intelligence? As per Daniel Goleman's. Self awareness, no. Self regulations, no. Empathy, no. Cognitive reasoning, yes. So, which is not a core component? So, all the three are core components of emotional intelligence as per Daniel Goleman's. Cognitive reasoning is not a core component. How does emotional intelligence contribute to ethical decision making in chartered accountancy? By eliminating the need for technical skills, no. By helping accountant recognize and manage emotions in ethical dilemma, by encouraging financial analysis accuracy, no. By reducing the importance of regulation in decision making, no. The answer is yes. Which emotional intelligence model primarily focus on cognitive aspects of the receiving, understanding, and managing emotions? Perceiving, understanding, and managing emotions. Trait model, no. Mixed model, no. Ability model, yes. Psychodynamic model, no. So the answer is C. What role does self-regulation play in CH professional life? It ensures a strict adherence to accounting standard, no. It allows accountant to manage emotions under a stressful financial situation. It eliminates the need for client interactions, no. It ensures financial gains over ethical conduct, no. So the answer is B. The concept of navras. The concept of navras in Indian context is primarily used to understand different business model in CA, chartered accountancy, no. The emotional dynamics in financial decision making and client interactions. The legal framework for audit compliance, no. The impact of economic theories on taxation, no. So the answer is B. How does the trait model of emotional intelligence differs from ability model? Trait model focus on personality based emotional tendencies, yes, whereas the ability model focus on emotional skills. Trait model only applies to leadership roles, no. The ability model measures emotional responses through genetic factors, while the trait model does not, no. The ability model ignores cognitive process, no. So the answer is A. Which of the following is best describes the role of communication skills? Effective communication ensures accurate financial reporting and a strong client relationship, yes. Written communication is more important than verbal communication, no. Communication plays a minor role, no. Verbal communication is unnecessary, no. So the answer is which of the following numbers is most relevant when accountant faces an ethical dilemma and must choose integrity over personal gain? Love, no. Anger, no. Courage, weed. So the answer is C. Fear, no. A CA who effectively manage work-related stress and prevent burnout is most likely practicing which emotional intelligence competency and prevents burnout. Self-awareness, no. Self-regulation, yes. Empathy, motivation, no. So the answer is B. Which of the following is best describes stress management theories strategy for chartered accountants? Avoiding client interaction to reduce workload, no. Using mindfulness, time management, and delegation to manage stress effectively. Ignoring ethical concern to minimize pressure, no. Working longer hours to compensate for high stress level, no. So the answer is B. According to social identity theory, which of the following is not a stage of group identity formation? According to social identity theory, which of the following is not a stage of group identity formation? Social categorization, social identity, social comparison, social adaptation, which is not a group identity formation, social adaptation. So the answer is D. What is primary risk associated with group thinking? Increased efficiency in teamwork, no. Enhanced ethical decision making, no. Suppression of dissenting opinion and critical analysis. Improved financial forecasting, no. So the answer is C. In Kurt Levin's change management model, which stage represents the actual implementation of change? Freezing, no. Unfreezing, no. Changing, yes. Reinforcement, no. So the answer is C. Which of the following leadership style is characterized by focus on reward and punishment? Reward and punishment. It transactional leadership. Transformational, no. Servant, no. Transactional. How does psychological capital contribute to success of CA? It increases their ethicals. It increases their technical accounting knowledge. No, it enhances resilience, optimism, self-efficacy, and hope. Self-efficacy and hope. It focuses solely on financial decision making. It eliminates the need for ethical training. No, so the answer is B. Which of the following strategies most effectively in reducing social loafings within audit team? Encouraging team size. No, assigning individual responsibility and accountability. Yes. Encouraging conformity to group decision making. No. Reducing transparency in performance evaluation. No. So the answer is B. According to Kubler's Ross change curves, which stage typically comes before acceptance? When individual faces change, depression, anger, bargaining, denial. So the answer is A, depression. In group dynamic theory, which of the following describes the stage where group conflicts of powers struggles emerge? Forming, storming, norming, performing. So the answer is B, storming. A leader who encourages ethical financial practice and set a long-term vision for their team is most likely practicing which leadership style? Laissez-faire leadership, transformational leadership, situational, transactional. So the answer is B. What is the primary psychological reason behind resistance to changes in our organization? Reason. Fear of loss and uncertainty. Yes. Increased financial reward. No. Improved teamwork and collaboration. No. Reduced workload and responsibility. No. So the answer is B. Which of the following best defines psychology in the context of chartered accountancy? The study of historical accounting practices, no, a critical inquiry into knowledge, value, and ethical reasoning in financial decision making. Critical inquiry into knowledge, value, and ethical reasoning. The analysis of taxation laws and financial regulation, no, the application of mathematics, no. So the answer is B. Which Branch of philosophy deals with the study of reality, existence, and fundamental nature of things. Epistemology, it studies knowledge, not reality. Axiology, it studies values like ethics and aesthetics. Metaphysics, answer is C. In Indian philosophy, which of the following is not considered one of the valid source of knowledge? Pratyaksh, perceptions, inference, emotional judgment, verbal testimony. So answer is C, emotional judgment. The concept of Niskam Karma as mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita encourage chartered accountant. Work with a strong desires for financial gain. No, perform their duty with integrity without attachment to the result. So the answer is B. Avoid making difficult financial decisions. No, rely solely on personal intuitions for financial analysis. No. Which of the following statements correctly differentiate between Indian and Western philosophy? Western philosophy primarily focus on intellectual inquiry, while Indian philosophy integrate spiritual realizations. Yes. Indian philosophy is based entirely on logic, whereas Western philosophy is based on emotions. No, Western philosophy denies the importance of metaphysics, whereas Indian philosophy focuses only on material reality. No, Indian philosophy lacks any formal structure compared to Western philosophy. No. So our answer is A. Western philosophy primarily focus on intellectual inquiry, while Indian philosophy integrates a spiritual realization. According to the Nyaya schools of Indian philosophy, which of the following is an essential component of logical reasoning? Meditation and spiritual practice, no. Propositions, reason, application, and conclusion, yes. Faith-based belief without evidence, no. Direct experience without logical deduction, no. So the answer is proposition, reason, application, and conclusion. So the answer is B. In the correspondence theory of truth, a statement is considered true if it aligns with real world facts and reality. Yes, it is consistent with the beliefs in a system. No, it has been accepted historically. No, it is useful in practical decision making. No, so the answer is the coherence theory of truth suggests that truth is determined by coherence theory of truth. It alignment with reality. No, it usefulness in real world applications. No, its logical consistency within a system of beliefs. Its acceptance by authoritative figures. No, so the answer is C. How does pragmatism as a theory of truth apply to decision making? Truth is determined by the practical consequences and usefulness in financial decisions. Yes. Financial truth is absolute and independent of human judgment. No ethical considerations are irrelevant. No correctness of financial statements depends solely on legal interpretation. No. So the answer is C. In axiology, the study of value includes which of the following major components? Ethics and aesthetics, yes. Logic and mathematics, no. Uh, Finance and law, no. Economics and business management, no. So the answer is A. What is the primary purpose of critical thinking? To rely on intuitions and emotions for quick decisions, no. To systematically evaluate arguments and ensure logical reasoning. To follow popular opinion without questioning. To avoid making decisions altogether, no. So the answer is B. Which of the following is key characteristics of a strong inductive arguments? It guarantees the truth of the of its conclusion. No, it provides probabilistics. It provides which of the following is a key characteristic of a strong inductive argument? It guarantees the truth of its conclusion. No, it provides probabilistics support to its conclusion. Yes, it is based on assumption without evidence. No, it uses circular reasoning to justify the argument. No, so the answer is B. What differentiate deductive arguments from an inductive arguments? Deductive arguments aim to provide absolute certainty, while inductive arguments provide probable conclusions. Yes. Deductive arguments rely on emotions. No, inductive arguments are always invalid. No, inductive reasoning does not use evidence. No, so the answer is A. In argument evaluation, which of the following is an example? Logical fallacy, providing sufficient evidence to support a claim. No, using a clear and a structured arguments format. No, attacking the person, making the argument instead of addressing their reasoning. Just analyzing multiple perspectives. No, so the answer is C. Logical fallacy. Which of the following is a fallacy of relevance? False analogy, no. Appeal to emotions. Circular reasoning, no. Hasty generalization, no. So the answer is B. The red herring fallacy occurs when a person uses misleading information to distract from the main arguments. Yes, red herring fallacy. A person provides logical evidence to support their claims. No, a person clearly defines term before forming an argument. No, a person presents statistical data. No, so the answer is A. According to Aristotle's models of persuasion, which of the following appeals to logic and reasoning? Ethos, pathos, logos, ad hominem. It's C, logos, logic. In financial decision making, how does confirmation bias affect critical thinking? It helps individual making unbiased financial choices. No, it leads people to seek information that support their existing beliefs while ignoring opposing evidence. So the answer is B. It encourages open-minded. No, it ensures that only expert opinion. No. Which of the following best describes strawman fallacy? Distorting an opponent's arguments to make it easier to attack. Yes. Making a logical valid conclusion. No. Using statistical data. No. Providing a strong counter arguments. No. In a debate. The post hoc ergos propter hoc fallacy assumes if one event follow another, the first event must have caused the second. If one event follow another, the first event must cause the second. Arguments should be evaluated based on factual evidence. No. A logical conclusion must always be based on probability. No. Financial reports should only rely on past trend. No. So the answer is A. Which of the following is best define ethics in professional context? Following personal beliefs in decision making. No. A system of moral principle guiding behavior and decision making. A legal framework for regulating business. No. A study of financial fraud. No. So the answer is B. According to virtue ethics, moral character is developed by following strict rules and regulations. No. Cultivating various traits such as honesty, integrity, and courage. Yes. Maximizing personal belief benefits in every decision. No. Avoiding ethical dilemma altogether. No. So the answer is B. Which of the following is not one of the Plato's cardinal virtue? Justice, courage, prudence, greed. Which is not? So the answer is D, greed. In the context of chartered accountancy, applying Aristotle's concepts of golden mean means always choosing extreme actions to maximize profit. No. Avoiding unethical financial practices by balancing honesty and discretion, focusing only on short-term financial gain. No. Ignoring ethical concern. No. So the answer is B. Avoiding unethical financial practices by balancing honesty and discretion. According to teleological approach, an action is considered morally high if it follows professional regulation regardless of the outcomes. No, it produces the best overall consequences for the greatest number of people. It aligns with religious teachings. No, it benefits only the individual making decision. No, so the answer is B. The principle of utilitarianism states that ethical decision making should always be based on past tradition. No, the best actions is the one that maximize overall happiness and well-being. Individuals should only act in their self-interest, no, following laws in only ethical requirements. No, so the answer is B. In Kant's deontological ethics, categorical categorical imperative suggests that Kant's deontological ethics, people should only act in a way that they would want to become universal laws. People should only act in ways that they would want to become a universal law. Ethical behavior depends solely on emotions and feelings. Actions are justified if they result in personal benefits. Ethics should be based only on religious beliefs. No, actions are justified if they result in personal benefits. No, ethical behavior depends on solely on emotions and feelings. No, people should only act in ways that they would want to become. So the answer is A. Which of the following best describe the ethical principle of duty? As per deontology, acting based on personal emotions and preference, no, following a moral principle and rules regardless of consequences. The concept of Purusarth in Indian ethics refers to the four fundamental goals of human life: dharma, arth, kam, and moksha. Four fundamental goals of human life. The practice of meditation and mindfulness, no, belief that material wealth should be prioritized over ethical duties, no, a legal code for financial decision making. No, so the answer is A. According to Bhagavad Gita, the principle of niskam karma, action should be performed without complete detachment from their result. So the answer is A. According to the Bhagavad Gita, which of the principle is central to ethical business conduct? Selfless action, laissez-faire policy, maximization of shareholders' value, profit-oriented decision making. The answer is A. The concept of lok samagraha in the Bhagavad Gita refers to accumulation of wealth through business activity, no, welfare of the world through selfless actions. Yes, that's why companies do CSR. How does Karma Yoga contribute to superior business performance? By focusing solely on financial results, no, by fostering ethical decision making and detachment from outcomes, by prioritizing short-term gains, no, by eliminating the needs for leadership in organization. No. What is the key lesson for business leaders from Krishna's guidance to Arjun in the Bhagavad Gita? Leaders should always focus on result over ethical considerations. No, detachment from outcome lead to better decision making and ethical leadership. Business decisions should be based on purely on intuitions. Success in business comes from aggressive competition, not ethics. No, so the answer is B. The principle of Swadharma in Indian philosophy teaches perform one's duty with integrity and dedications. Yes. Prioritizing personal interest, no, engaging in unethical behavior, no, avoiding professional responsibility. No, so the answer is C. Which of the following is a core pillar of Karma Yoga in business context? Self-regulation and resilience. Yes. Profit maximization at all cost, no, avoidance of ethical concerns, no, dependence on external validation of source. No, so the answer is A. The concept of CSR, along with which Indian philosophical teaching? It's A. Welfare of all. According to Indian philosophy, which leadership quality essential for long-term dominance and aggressions, no, ethical decision making and empathy, short-term profit focus, no, fear-based employee management. No, so the answer is B. How does Bhagavad Gita's principle of equanimity apply to a business leadership? By remaining stable and ethical in decision making regardless of success or failures. No, ethical by shifting business strategy frequently to chase trends, by prioritizing profits over by shifting business strategy frequently to change trends, no, by prioritizing profits over ethics, no, by ensuring leadership remains detached from employee, no. What does Bhagavad Gita principle? Equanimity. By remaining stable, by remaining stable and ethical in decision making regardless of success or failures. The answer is A. What is the primary significance of integrating philosophy into business ethics? It provides a moral framework for ethical decision making and leadership. Yes, it eliminates the need for compliance. No, it focuses solely on academic discussions. No, it discourages financial innovation. No, so the answer is A.